Hey, good morning, friends. It's Joe. Welcome to my scripture reflection for Sunday, August the 3rd. Hope you're doing well on this Sunday morning. I'd like to start off with two announcements. First one is a little break in the action, although not a total break. You won't see me back here consistently until probably 2 weeks from today, August 17th, although I will pop in on occasion. I am working on new structures for the videos that I think everyone will enjoy. And I do have a lot going on, and I need a little bit of downtime, honestly. The last 2 weeks of August are going to be kind of different too. I have some traveling I need to do, and but I will be back with you around that time. So please keep checking in because I always like to stay in contact with you, and I will, even during this so-called downtime. The other thing is, I'd like you to pray for a dog named Talia, who I am trying to help as much as I can. She is neglected and abused, and she's in tough shape. And I'm trying to help her both financially and sending energy to her and trying to get her well. And I appreciate your prayers for her and those who are trying to help her. With that, I will ask you to quiet your minds and hearts as we prepare to hear today's gospel, which is from St. Luke, chapter 12, verses 13 to 21. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to share the inheritance with me." He replied to him, "Friend, who appointed me as your judge and arbitrator?" Then he said to the crowd, "Take care to guard against all greed, for though one may be rich, one's life does not consist of possessions." Then he told them a parable. There was a rich man whose land produced a bountiful harvest. He asked himself, "What shall I do? For I do not have space to store my harvest." And he said, "This is what I shall do. I shall tear down my barns and build larger ones. There I shall store all my grain and other goods, and I shall say to myself, 'Now as for you, you have so many good things stored up for many years. Rest, eat, drink, and be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this night your life will be demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, to whom will they belong?' Thus will it be for all who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich in what matters to God." Ah, yes, possessions and the dangers of them. First is the misunderstanding that we own anything. They might say, well, hey, listen, paid off my house, and I did that many years ago. But I still have to pay taxes on the land here, so do I really totally own it? No. Well, I own my car. Well, without the roads that you don't own, your car is worthless. Well, I own clothes. Well, yeah, you own them until they either wear out or your body changes in one way or another, and then you don't own them much either. Interesting, isn't it? And also interesting, at the start of this gospel, we talked about an inheritance. And I see it time and time again with all the people that I do know that they feel that the inheritance belongs to them. And that doesn't either. Barely belongs to the person who owned it in the first place. And then fights start, and arguments start, and competitions start. And we see where all that's going, and we know where all that is going. However, there is a way to turn this around, and Jesus gives us always the hints to do so. He doesn't tell us exactly what to do, he wants us to think about it. We own, my friends, our thoughts and our actions that follow, and that is it. And it's important to know that that's the right sequence. We own our thoughts, scattered as they might be at times, sometimes a little off the wall, but we own them. And we own especially those that take actions afterwards. And we must realize that this is not only the most important thing, this is the only thing. Yes, so our thoughts and our actions, what are they that we own that we can do something about? It's how we think about others, and then our actions, how we treat them. How we think about spending our time, and what we do with that time. In the beginning, I asked you to pray for a dog, and I know that you all do this at parts of your day. The important thing now is to prioritize it and realize it is the most important possession that you have. It is the only possession, and it's the most important possession. And we all know what's right from wrong, don't we? We all know which actions that we do, which thoughts that lead to actions, which ones are positive and which ones aren't. That is not even an issue for somebody beyond the age of reason. And why do we own these things? We own these things because we all know God gave us free will. He did. He did this willingly. He gave us free will willingly because he wants to see what we're going to do with it. He wants to see what we're going to do with the thoughts that come into our mind and then the actions that follow. He's also checking up on how much we covet those possessions, by the way. But in my mind, that's almost the easy part. The easy part is dismissing those and prioritizing the thoughts and actions. And then the challenging part is to make sure those thoughts and actions go in the right direction. When should we start this important way of life? How about right now? Because it is arguably the most important thing we can do, not only to serve God, but to serve ourselves. So many of us, me included, have gotten caught up with other nonsensical things and don't realize that this is the most important thing to do with our life and our one and only possession. The result? Peace in your heart, compassion towards the world, and definitely a smile from Jesus. Well, my friends, that's my message for you on this Sunday. As always, I hope it was helpful and you could take it into your day and through your week. I always welcome and appreciate your comments and your thoughts, and I always appreciate your presence here with me. I want to wish you and your loved ones a very blessed Sunday. I'll see you back here at some point, I promise, even if it's just to check in and say hi. And I promise you, you will be very much happy with some of the additions and things that I'm looking to incorporate in additional videos that I'll be bringing forth. Until then, take good care and take even better care of your one and only possession. Take care.